Let's start by cleaning our trout. First thing I want to do is put my thumb underneath the operculum, the gill opening. I take a pair of scissors. You don't really need a knife. Start at the anal opening, go up between the pectoral fins up through the belly, cut up through the mouth. And from this point, you want to clean out all of the entrails, including all of the blood. You want to get rid of the blood because that really gives you a fishy taste if you don't. And trout tends to be a little more on the fishy side anyway. As you can see here, I'm using my thumb to push all of that bloodline on the backbone out. Take a pair of scissors, cut the head off. And I also cut the front pectoral fins off. That gets rid of some of your bones. Rinse it out very well. I use my thumb and go right along the backbone and get rid of that bloodline up against the backbone. It's really important that you remove that. And that's what I'm doing here. Rinse them off really well. And there, that trout is complete. It's ready to be cooked. I'm going to do the same thing to the next trout. And we'll speed this up a little bit just to show you the process again. Do the ventral cut, pull out the entrails, cut your fins off in the head. Make sure you clean the bloodline along the backbone. And your trout are now ready for the next phase. Once my fish are clean, I put them in a glass container, fill it with water, put your clean fish in that container, and then go right ahead and refrigerate that until you're ready to grill your trout. Pop that in the fridge, and that cools the fillets down. Keeps everything safe. Here's how I prepare these trout. Now, you can use whatever spices you like, but I use lemon infused oil, salt and pepper, paprika, garlic powder. I also use butter, or if you prefer, margarine. You want to take your fish fillets out of the fridge, and as you prep these, you want to take a small container and put your lemon infused oil in that small dish. And take a brush. And what I'm going to do right now is coat these fish with that lemon oil. And I coat the inside as well as the outside. And coat the whole fish. This helps the browning process when it's on the grill. Plus, it also makes a binding agent that helps your spices adhere to your fish skin. And notice I leave the skin on when I'm grilling. And that kind of coats everything there. Be liberal with it. Don't be afraid to use a little oil. Once that's done, you can start applying the spices. I coat some salt. You can sprinkle some salt on the inside as well as the outside. And you can do this to taste. Pepper. I'll put pepper on this one. I won't put pepper on the other one. Just see which one I like better. I like pepper and salt, but it doesn't really matter. Once that's done, you can spread your paprika. Paprika gives it a little color. It also gives it a nice, smooth flavor. Don't be stingy with your spices. Do the inside as well as the outside. Now it's time for the butter. So take a knife and use a liberal amount of butter. And where I'm going to put the butter is on the inside of the fish. So open it up, spread your butter inside, or margarine, it doesn't matter, whatever you prefer. But get that in there and spread it all around. Do that to all the fish you're preparing. The more butter, the better. It'll give it a nice flavor when it cooks on the grill. Take some more, add it to your other fish. Once again, putting it on the inside. And once you have all the butter placed, we're going to add our last spice, which is the garlic powder. And then we'll talk about the coating. Take your garlic powder, spread it on the outside and the inside of your fish. Once again, you're doing this to taste. Garlic can be a little overpowering, so don't add too much, but I guess you can never add too much garlic. Now, we're going to use the classic ranch dry powder salad dressing. This is my secret weapon. Apply this liberally to the outside of the fish. Flip them over, do the same on the back and on each side. Don't be stingy with this. Add lots of the powder. This dry ranch powder really gives it a great flavor. It just complements the trout. Now you're ready for the grill. What I'm going to do here is I have a smoking box, and I'm going to use Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 Whiskey Barrel Smoking Chips. I showed you the bag so you knew what to get. These are fantastic. These are actual barrels from Jack Daniel's distilleries, and they grind them up and they make wood chips out of the old barrels. So you want to fill up your smoker box. You don't need a lot for this because I'm only cooking 2 fish, but the more you have on the grill, the more chips you'll want. You can wet them or not. I'm just going to use these ones dry. They'll smoke longer if you wet them. Then I'm going to use canoil spray. It's kind of like Pam, but I use this to keep the fish skin from sticking to the grill itself. Take your prepared brown trout, put them on your grill, and you're going to want to cook these about 10 minutes on each side. You'll have to check, but notice that my smoker box is smoking, and I cook these at a temperature of about between 350 and 400 degrees. You can tell when fish are done when it flakes apart. Just occasionally check it, flip the fish over. You can see it's starting to brown up, getting some grill marks. That's good. Cook them on this side for another 10 minutes or so. Occasionally peek under the hood, see how things are going. You don't want to overcook trout, but you also don't want to undercook them. So it's kind of a trial and error, and the more you do this, the better you'll get at it. I'm assuming you're a grill king, so just check. When it's flaky, you know you're done. I'm flipping this back over just to check to see how well done it is. And this is just about at the point here where we're going to want to remove them. So take them off the heat once they're done, carefully. And that's the purpose of the spray oil. It keeps the fish from sticking to the grill. And there you have it. Smoked brown trout with Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 Whiskey Barrel Smoking Chips. Now, if you have never deboned a trout prepared this way, pay attention. you want to cut down through the backbone. Once you do that, you're going to take and flip the fillet off the bone. Like I did here. Then you're going to cut down the other side very carefully. There's like a space right there. The knife should glide right down to the backbone. And then you take the front of that and pull up. And the skeleton should pull right out of the fish fillet, removing 95 to 98% of the bones. And when you do that, it kind of looks like the old cartoon with the cat eating the fish. There you go. You've removed most of the bones from your brown trout, or whatever species you decide to cook on the grill. Hey, fish prepared this way have a remarkable flavor, and the smoked whiskey chips adds that perfect accent. Delicious smoked brown trout on the grill with Jack Daniel's Old No. 7 Whiskey Barrel smoking chips. Hey, I have a disclaimer. It was at the beginning of the film, but I'm going to read it to you again. Okay? Watch for bones. Bones may still be present, regardless of what type of skeleton removal technique you use. This type of fish preparation is not really recommended for young children or anyone that has never eaten a fish prepared this way. So use some caution and some common sense. I'm Mr. R, and this is the Rondinelli Project. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and until next time, we gone.